The Sonoran Desert. The Sonoran Desert climbs up to 4,000 feet in elevation. After this, the highland and mountain range ecoregions begin to develop. In these highland and mountain ranges, it is common to see some Sonoran Desert plants surviving and thriving in places that you didn't think that they could live. An example of this is our prickly pear cactus. You can find prickly pear growing up to 6,000 feet in elevation in pine and spruce forests near Rose Canyon Lake on Mount Lemmon. One of those plants that you can find in the transition areas of the ecosystem is Arizona poppy. Arizona poppy thrives up to 3,000 feet in elevation, but it's not uncommon to encounter one of these plant allies as far as 5,000 feet in elevation. Today, we are on the hunt for one of these plants. Let's take another stroll through the desert to see if we can locate the infamous Arizona poppy. Greetings everybody and welcome to Powerful Plant Allies. My name is Jack and we're up here on Mount Lemmon, about a quarter of the way up, and I was told by a dear friend of mine that the Arizona poppy is in bloom somewhere around this parking pullout by this hiking trail. So we're gonna walk along the path and we're gonna see if we can find her. I've never seen her in the wild before, but I know what she looks like. I know how to identify her. So if you're seeing this video, I most likely have found her, so spoiler alert. But enjoy the adventure along the way. I'm excited to walk along this path and see if we can find her. So let's get going. Being a naturalist and an herbalist doesn't just come from reading books. While books can help to plant the seed, no pun intended, they can only get you so far. For me, it's always been about the adventure. While I did have many books that helped me get my start, I would mostly head out into the wilderness and let nature guide me. Encountering a plant for the first time in the wild is one of the most amazing feelings that I have ever experienced. For me, there's nothing more joyous. Guys, check this out. No Arizona poppy yet, but look at who I just met. The wise master praying mantis out here in the Sonoran Desert. It is always such an honor and a pleasure and a treat to encounter one of these beings. Just magical, magical. Such a beautiful symbol of wisdom. Magnificent. And I was just trying to get a close-up shot of some of these flowers, and all of a sudden I see something moving in the frame. I'm like, what's that? And it was a praying mantis. How cool. All of this beautiful life out here in the desert, amazing. Come on out here and visit, because it really is such a spectacular place. And when you come out here with the intention to get some good shots and some good footage, the Sonoran Desert always delivers. So wow, absolutely breathtaking. It is hot. And like I said, we're about 3,000 feet in elevation and about 2,000 feet above Tucson, and it's about 95 degrees right now. I'm sweating like crazy. I had to take a break under this beautiful little canopy right here. And down in Tucson right now, it's 105 degrees, so... But still, this is about a 20-minute drive from our apartment complex, and just to show you how quick the temperature changes in just a 15-minute drive up the mountain is amazing, but... It's hot, and we have a nice, beautiful breeze right now, which is definitely helping. But no Arizona poppy yet. We're going to keep looking, though. Alrighty, my friends. So we've been walking for about an hour. The sun finally went behind the clouds, so it's a little bit cooler, but we have finally come across the plant that we have been searching for. Let's go take a look. Well, friends, here we are. We finally did it. We have found ourselves a beautiful specimen, Arizona poppy. Now, many people think Arizona poppy is a poppy. However, it is not related to the poppy family. It is actually a caltrop. Arizona poppy also goes by the common names of summer poppy and orange caltrop. She is native to Arizona, hence the name, New Mexico, and even some parts of Texas. Her beautiful orange flowers are so grand and so bright that you just cannot miss it, especially if you're walking in the desert. The Sonoran Desert here is known for our beautiful wildflowers, and when this starts blooming, the whole desert is lit up by the beautiful orange flowers, as well as the ocotillo flowers, which is what we talked about last week. Just breathtaking, breathtaking. She pulls you right in. Now, Arizona poppy thrives in elevations lower than 4,000. Right now on Mount Lemmon, we are about 3,000. We're about a quarter of the way up the mountain, and it's interesting because searching, as you saw in the beginning of the video, up here it appears that she's quite scarce, but I know over by Catalina State Park, you go there and there's just fields of Arizona poppy. But up here I had to search a little bit for her, which is fine. I love the adventure. So just because of that, we're not going to harvest from her today, as we talked about sustainable harvesting. Right now in this one patch right here, there is only one plant. So a perfect example of when not to harvest. If I were to harvest this, I would completely deplete her from this entire area, and that's extremely selfish. So always use your judgment. If there's only one specific plant in an area, you don't want to depopulate it from that area. Many people will actually grow her from seed as an ornamental. She can be found wild in sandy and well-draining soils. While she can tolerate a bit of drought, like most plants can here in the desert, she also thrives in the summer rains. So without further ado, let's get going with the identification features of Arizona poppy. The flowers are a bright orange color with an iconic dark red center. Her petals are round and bowl-like, and the red center of the flower attracts many pollinators. The plant, in perfect growing conditions, can grow up to 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. In the dry years, the plant will grow low to the ground and many seeds will actually not even germinate. The flowers are held on a single flower stalk, and they have roughly 10 stamens and anthers that are orange. The flowers are about 2 inches in diameter. Now, as you can see, if you look real closely, the stems are covered in trichomes, and I'll insert a shot right here. The leaves are pinnately structured and grow in an opposite formation along the stem. They're about 3 to 4 inches long and have about 8 to 10 pairs of leaflets. The leaflets are roughly 1 inch long and about 1/4 of an inch wide. The leaves are also covered in all those beautiful hairy trichomes. And like I said just a couple minutes ago, just by passing Arizona poppy, she is such a sight to behold. Such eye candy, magnificent. Before I moved out here, she was one of the plants that I always wanted to see growing in the wild. And starting the Sonoran Desert series, I went out and ventured into unknown territory, places that I had never experienced before. And usually when you do that, that's when you find the plants that you were most excited to see, as in this case for Arizona poppy for me. So now that you know how to successfully identify Arizona poppy, let's go ahead and talk about her medicinal uses. In Southwest Native American cultures, it is noted that Arizona poppy's leaves were commonly chewed for a toothache or inflamed gums. A tea made from the root of the plant has been used to treat colds, fevers, stomach aches, and diarrhea. A poultice or salve of the leaves and flowers have been used topically for cuts, scrapes, and bruises. Much like California poppy, a tea from the leaves and the flowers induce a calming effect. This can help some who suffer from insomnia or even anxiety disorders. Because of its calming effects, it is usually paired with other herbal plant allies like valerian, chamomile, ashwagandha, and passion flower.
A tea or tisane from the plant will help to clear out the bladder and will also help as an aid to cure a urinary tract infection. The roots in a tincture, tea, salve, or poultice have been used for its analgesic effects. A fun fact about Arizona poppy is that the seeds are a popular food source for our desert doves and quails. The seeds can actually remain dormant in the soil for years before sprouting. It all depends on what kind of monsoon season that we have. And of course, now let's talk about the cautions. Some studies have shown that Arizona poppy may interact with blood pressure and blood thinner medications. If you are on one or both of these, do not use this plant. Because of its calming and sedative effects, do not take while operating heavy machinery. This includes driving a car. Don't take this plant with any other sedative or calming herbs or medications. As with many anxiety herbs, don't take this medicine for longer than 3 months. If you would like to continue the plant's use, take a 2 to 4 week break after that 3-month period and then resume taking. As with any anxiety or mood-boosting herb, it should be used as a tool to help you work through whatever it is that is hindering your mood. Don't ever depend on a plant to give you the happiness that you are seeking for. You can only find that within yourself. It is not known if the use of Arizona poppy will cause any negative effects while pregnant or breastfeeding, so stay clear of this plant during that period of your life. The dosage of this plant varies between people. It depends on your weight, height, and age. You know your body better than anyone else. It is so important for you to do your own research.
Oh boy. Just by sitting here filming this video, I keep getting my eyes pulled to her because she's just such a magnificent plant. Even her stems, her leaves, just everything about her, the flower buds, magnificent, magnificent. And to see it growing here in the wild by this beautiful stream bed is magnificent. I love it so much. And I'm so excited to now know where she grows, and I can always come back and visit this plant yearly when she drops her seeds, and maybe next year there'll be some more of them. And I'm sure there's some more. We're over here on the Sky Byway. We're at one of the pullouts here on Mount Lemmon, and I'm sure if I explored more, especially going off trail, I'm sure I would find some more of her. But she is just so beautiful. So now you guys know about Arizona poppy here in the Sonoran Desert. She is magical. You know her benefits, you know her cautions, and you know how to successfully identify her. As with any type of foraging or harvesting, always sit with the plant and ask permission. If the plant does give you permission to harvest from her, you can always leave something behind. I know people who leave some tobacco, that's what I do, or I make a little plant offering blend of some herbs, and I'll offer that up. Up in the forests up there, I'll light some sage. Down here in the desert, we can't really because we have a lot of fire restrictions, so we're not gonna do that. But light some sage. I know some people that if they don't have anything, they'll actually even take a strand of their hair and offer it up. I know that might sound crazy to you if you've never done something like that before, but it's a form of giving and taking. It's that beautiful exchange with nature. It's very important. And many people will come out into nature and will just unconsciously harvest. And that's something I'd like to use my voice about in these videos, is the importance of communicating with your environment. So as with using any medicine, know the cautions. You know your body better than anybody else. The purpose of this video is not to persuade you to not talk to a licensed physician. If you have any medical problems that arise, always go to your doctor first. You can talk to a local herbalist that knows these plants inside and out. They can give you some helpful feedback on if Arizona poppy is worth using or if there's another herb that might work better. We here at Powerful Plant Allies are not responsible for any problems that may arise from the use of wild plants and the misidentification of wild plants. These videos here are for educational purposes only, and we are not responsible. So always use caution, have your wits about you, know with 110% certainty that this is the plant that you're looking for before you harvest a plant that looks very similar to it, and then it turns out to be poison, and you know what could happen from there. No good, no good. So grab a field guide, learn from a local expert. Your area might have local foraging tours that you can go on, and medicine tours where you can go out and you can see the medicine in its natural habitat. Because let's face it, there's nothing like learning about these plants than out here in the heart of nature. It changed my life. You can read books, you can get dried herbs from an apothecary, and that's great, but coming out here and seeing the plant and feeling her energy and being next to her, that's what it's all about, baby. All that good medicine, all that good energy out here, and the earth is here to heal you and is here to work with you because you are the earth, and when you connect to the earth, you're connecting to yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is episode 2 of the Sonoran Desert series. My name is Jack. You can hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with anybody that is interested in Arizona poppy or anything here out in the Sonoran Desert. And I will see you guys next time. You guys take care of yourselves. We got a bunch more videos coming, some good stuff coming up, and I'm excited and grateful to be here with you. So take care. Namaste. Peace.